Hi everyone, and welcome in my living room and my home studio. It's been a while that I've been uploading a video, but there were a lot of things going around and I will tell you more about that. This video will in the first place be about having a studio outdoors and having a studio in your own living room or another place in your house, and what are the differences, what are the benefits from both of them. I'm going to compare those, but first I will give you a little overview about what happened the past year. If you have seen my previous videos, you know that I had to leave my studio, the one that was in the old school building. And well, I was very happy to have those places, and it really was for me a place that was standing for independence and freedom and allowing myself to make art, as well as allowing other people to make art. I could invite a lot of people to follow workshops and lessons, so that was a very good thing. It really meant a lot to me. And yeah, I was very disappointed about leaving. On the other hand, I knew it because I had a month's notice and I knew that it would come. And now another school has taken over the building. So in another video I told you about moving my lessons to another location. For the adult group I went to the local scouting building, and with the children you have already seen a glimpse of my living room, because the children I taught at home. And in both cases, as well for the adults as for the children, it took me a lot of time to prepare my workshop and clean everything up afterwards. And that was actually more time than how long the lesson was. So my lessons were around 2 hours, for the children a bit shorter. And I was preparing and cleaning afterwards, well, maybe for 2 or 3 hours sometimes. So that was for me a kind of, I really felt like I needed to do that for my customers and my students. I want them to give them the lessons that they had paid for. But it was just until December, and then I decided to quit teaching on a weekly basis. So I still give workshops if people ask me or if I plan them here at home, but I decided not to work on other locations. So I didn't continue the rent of the scouting, and I didn't continue with the children, although all the people wanted to stay and wanted to continue. And it's not about the people, because I really love teaching and I really love my students. But I felt, after all, this 2021 was really an awkward year. It was like next to all the COVID-19 things going on, I had a lot of problems with my only good seeing eye, and of course I had to leave my studio. And all those things together made that I was very tired and I needed a little time to come back to myself and to decide what would be the next step. And after a few weeks of just reading books, writing a lot, and working on my art journal, I will dedicate a full video about that subject, and I'm looking forward to that. But after that period, I really got new ideas and new inspirations, and finally I painted myself again. So that was also a long time ago, because I was just moving stuff and just organizing for other people, then resting, and there was no urge to paint and there was no rest to paint. So I first thought I had to recover that part of myself again. And well, I actually came to the idea of creating a longer online course. And now Anthony and I are working on that. And you will hear about that very soon. So what are the differences between working at home and working in a studio? Well, as I said, working in a studio, that's on another location than your own home. It's really giving you your own space, and that's something that I miss the most right now. Now I'm just working at home. You have a place where you can have all your art stuff and ready to take, and that's, well, when you feel like you want to make art, you go to your studio. You don't have to organize a setting for yourself. Everything is already there, and that's a great thing. My space was very light and very spacious, very large, so I could invite other people to make art. I could organize workshops, I could organize exhibitions, and I even organized my birthday party once. That was actually not allowed, but well, no one knows. So there was a good space. I felt like I went there, I had a little trip, a 30-minute walk or 8 minutes by bike, and I already prepared myself and let go of all the things at home. I didn't have to care about anything at home. If the washing machine was going, I didn't have to do anything with that because I wasn't there. I was in my studio and it was just me time or time for teaching. And that was a great thing about having my studio. And finally, in my own case, I had very nice people who also rent a unit or a classroom, because it was an old school building. We still call it classrooms. And we could connect, we could inspire each other and have a chat, have a drink on Friday afternoon. So that was also a very good thing about having a studio. And now I'm working at home. And what are the benefits of working at home? For me, the most important thing is that I can work at any time I like. Every moment of the day is available to make art. And even if I have just an hour of time, I can spend it on making some art. That asks for a little discipline, but also going to your studio asks for a lot of discipline. Sometimes it was rainy, stormy, or there was snow, and then I didn't feel like I want to go to my studio. Also, when it's dark or when it's night, in the middle of the night, I don't go to my studio. I haven't done that. Maybe if I could drive a car, I would do that. But then still, you're the only person in a building, and well, it's not really attracting. And when I'm here at home, I haven't done it so far, but I am able to work at night. And well, I'm quite a night owl, so I think it's very good to work at night, and that I have the possibility to work at night is, well, a good thing to keep in mind. Another thing that I really love about working at home is that I can work outside. Now it's February, so the temperatures are not that good, but when it's March, sometimes it's already 15 degrees here in the backyard, and then I can simply open the door and go outside to paint. And that's, well, my favorite condition to paint. In the sunlight, in outdoors, I really love that. And, well, actually, last but not least, the biggest benefit of having a studio at home is that you don't have to pay any rent. What I miss the most about my old studio is having a space completely for my own. A place where I can do whatever I want and I can allow myself to make art at that place. I don't have to think about moving things around or dirty paint things on in the kitchen or on the floor or whatever. It was just fine. But now I really have to take care of my roommates. I live with Anthony, and during the week his youngest son, Julius, is living with us. So, well, we really have to make dinner in time, and we have to take care of each other. So there's not, I cannot make art all day long. I say that I can, and I can reserve some time and space for myself, but that's always asking discipline. So that's something that I really miss. What I think that is a requirement for having a studio at home is that you at least have a physical space where you can work and where you can leave things as they are. And I will show you how I work, and I will show it when I sit behind the table. So this is the table where I work at, and here I have an IKEA trolley. And in this trolley are my basic tools that I use to paint. There's paint, there are brushes, and on this level I have markers, mark making tools, pens, also inks and fluid paint, fluid acrylics. And here below I have, well, some other things, other brushes, rollers, glazing medium, gel medium. So all the basic things are right here. And then I have under the table, so it's not in sight for all the people who live here, and this amazing basket and a box. The box is also from IKEA. And I have some canvases in this, a paint, a charcoal, palettes, and in this one, well, that's even more messier. And those are things that I don't use that often. Paper, mixed media things, fabrics, and some books that I'm not reading at the moment. So that's what I put under the table. Another thing that I haven't mentioned is that when I'm working at home, I have a wonderful companion, and that's a super benefit. It's my cat Pearl, and in Dutch it is Parel, and she is wonderful. And there's one thing that I don't like about having Parel at home, in my home studio. She can be at home, but in the studio it's not really handy that sometimes she walks through my palette and then there are cat paws everywhere. You can see it here on the table. Yeah. It's your work, it's your art. And I think it's because she wants to make art as well. So there will be a cat painting later on. So that's it for this time. I hope you liked it. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up and share it, and turn on your notifications if you want to see more videos like this in the future. And please let me know in the comments what your experience is. Do you have a studio at home? Do you have a studio on another location? And what are your experiences with the place where you work? I hope to hear from you and to see you next time. Bye bye.